Hello, Thomas Bartke here, and welcome to the channel. I'm going to show you today how to connect the new ShowPlayer app from AudioHost on this iPad here to the Behringer X32. And we're just going to simply make a connection using this USB cable. This iPad is a newer generation. This end of the cable here goes into the Behringer side, into the USB port of the X USB card. And this side of the cable is a USB-C that goes directly into the iPad. So I'm going to just connect this here, iPad in, and the other side goes back here into the USB card of the Behringer, down there. All right, like that. Just like that. And now there are a couple of settings that you have to make sure are set up correctly. Here in your setup, you want to go to the remote setup and make sure that MIDI in, MIDI control interface is enabled for card MIDI. Okay, it can be MIDI in out, then it goes to the standard MIDI connectors. But in order for the MIDI signal to be received through the card USB input, you have to make sure this here is enabled. And that's pretty much all there is here. Now, on the iPad, when you connect the cable, it's usually best to restart the ShowPlayer app. So let's do that. And then we can immediately test right here. If you have a good connection, you can just tap mic 1, for example, and check over here if it got unmuted, and it did. So we have the connection. I'm going to tap it again over here while I'm showing you. There you go, it gets muted. And this is just by remote controlling the app here on the on this mic switchboard. Let's go into the song and play a little bit here. From this song, the beginning, it starts with a mute all here. Then the Queen is going to come on at 10 seconds. Here you go. That's going to unmute automatically. Unmute the Queen. That's again mic number 1. And that got unmuted again. Wonderful. It works. So here we're on a hold. I'm going to continue for a bit. The next MIDI event is coming up when the fairies join at 29 seconds. We're going to watch this here. You can see here in the meantime, there's no other cue event here, conductor cue, that we have to be prepared for. So the user interface is nice and clean at this point, and the song just plays through to the end. Okay, so here the fairies came on, 9, 10, and 11. Let's double check over here. Wonderful, they got unmuted. So it all works. Now everything is muted. And over here, everything got muted, including number 1. Very good. Here's the entrance of Irelanthi. Irelanthi is going to be unmuted next. So that was the mute all here, 117. A few seconds left. Irelanthi comes on right here. And here's where Irelanthi starts to sing. And here she's unmuted. All right. So this is how the connection works. Let me show you one thing real quick. This is ready for all kinds of MIDI formats of the X32, the M32, and different other boards. And here in the settings section, in the MIDI device configuration, you can see here that the Behringer X USB is connected and detected. And when you go into the specific settings, you can make changes here. If you're on a different board, you can alter the way that the mic mute buttons are triggered. So in case of the, oops, I keep touching it and it closes. In case of the X32, the mic mute is triggered by sending the 0 to turn the mute off, which means to turn the mic on. Okay, so turning the mic on, the polarity for mute is, in this case, 0, but it could also be the other way around. Like on the Yamaha boards, it's usually the other way around, and then you could switch that here. You can also change the mute controller, right? If your controller is on a different controller number, then you can change that here and adapt it to whatever your controller is configured for. But this is the standard configuration of this profile, and we have several different profiles saved that get auto-detected when they're connected, when the device is connected to the program, to the app, and then these settings here will automatically be correct. Now here, mic 1 on input, this is basically an offset that allows you to shift the mic inputs here from these 16 channels to other channels on the board. So let's say, let's go back in here, and let's say you wanted to connect your mics to channels starting at, let's just say starting at 17, then you could go in here and enter, let's see here, and enter 17 here instead of 1. There you go. Let's see if it took it. Yes, so now channel mic 1 is now showing up on channel 17, and that means that when you're changing these settings here, this now no longer controls and unmutes channel 1, but rather now it's going to channel 17. You see now channel 17 is off, and now it's muted. Okay, so that is an important function feature to allow you to easily just shift over which channels on the board your mics are connected to. All right, so this is a short introduction here for the physical connections of the device and showing you how the MIDI and the audio both go through the XUSB for the Behringer X32 and the Midas M32. So that's ready to go right out of the box. You can also detect other devices and connect the audio and the MIDI separately, so that you can address other devices too. But for the X32 and the M32, that's ready to go right out of the box. So go to our website, audiohost.com, request an early access link, and we'll help you set up your show so that you can play it very easily, saves you hours of work, and adds a great deal of precision to your mic automation and mic mutes and unmutes when you're running your show. Thanks a lot. This is Thomas Bartke signing off.